أجركم بمصابنا بسيدنا ومولانا أبي عبد الله الحسين وأهل بيته وأصحابه، واجعلنا وإياكم من الطالبين بثاره مع إمام هدى منصور هو المهدي من آل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. صراحة جيت من الباب تعبان. So just like last night, I will be very short. Trying actually to highlight a couple of things. Always we try to talk about the lessons that we learn from the story of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. The lessons that we get when we come to these places. One of the lessons that came in my mind, I was just thinking about today, I'm half prepared today, not like last night. What we call al-ithar. That was mentioned in the Quran as well. So, وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصًا. This was mentioned about when the Prophet ﷺ migrated with some of his companions from Mecca to Al-Madinah, and there he met with people. Those people sacrificed a lot of what they had actually to help and assist the companions of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa. So that was described by the Holy Quran as they يُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصًا. I will come to this in a minute. So what is al-ithar? Can someone tell me? What does it mean in English? Okay, simply it is, we have, the selfishness, someone who only likes themselves, someone who only looks after themselves, so they don't care about others. The opposite of selfishness is, what is it? Selflessness, unselfishness. So the selflessness هو المعنى المبسط للإيثار. So the meaning of al-ithar is the selflessness. What does it mean? It means that you give priority to others over yourself. So you give priority. You consider the health, the welfare, the benefits, all the other things, the social things that people benefit from over yourself. Let me simplify it in an example. Say you are on the train, okay, sitting on a seat, okay, and you are comfortable, and you see an old man, for example, or old lady, old woman. What do? You are able actually to stand up. So you stand up, you remain standing, and ask that person to sit in your seat, correct? This is probably the lowest level of selflessness, the lowest level of sacrifice. So you're asking someone, you're giving up something that you believe you earn, okay, to someone else. I don't mean this is an example actually about the train. You don't own the seat. You own it temporarily, the place you are sitting comfortably in, okay? Now, a higher level of it, if you do really need that spot, so sometimes you don't need it because you are capable actually to stand up and remain standing. But sometimes, أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد. Sometimes you do really badly need something. You can't probably feel comfortable without it. Say you are again in a car, in a taxi, for example. Think about the situation back in Iraq, okay? And you have, say, $1, and the fare of that taxi is just $0.50, okay? And you see someone sitting next to you who doesn't have anything to pay as the fare of the taxi. So what do? You pay your half, and you remain only with half of $1. What do? and you pay for that person. This is even a higher level of it. So, what I'm trying to say is, selflessness means that you give up something that you are in need to someone else. So you prefer or you consider the welfare of the happiness or the benefit of someone else over yourself. The perfect example for this selflessness was mentioned also in the Holy Quran, في الآيات المعروفة, in the verses that we always read about how Imam Ali alayhi salam, his wife Fatima, and his sons Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein sacrificed their food when they were encountered with someone knocking at the door. Okay, so they were fasting on the same day. A miskin came to the door, knocked at the door, was hungry, so they gave up everything they had. The food they had, actually, they were fasting. They were in need of that food. The second day, the same story. And the third day was the same story. This is absolutely a higher level of selflessness. Now, in Imam al-Hussein's alayhi salam, the story of Imam al-Hussein, we absolutely find the ultimate, the top level of sacrifice, the top level of selflessness. How? Because when it comes actually to sacrifice yourself and for the sake of others, okay? When you sacrifice and give your life as a gift so others can live, this is absolutely, the top level of selflessness. So Imam al-Hussein was able actually to save himself, was able to protect his family. He would have stayed in Mecca or Al-Madinah and didn't go to Karbala. Why would he go? So this is absolutely what I've been talking about with al-ithar. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam athar al-hayat al-akhirah ala dunya, not just for him to go to the Jannah. That wasn't absolutely of course Imam al-Hussein, he would know he was going to Jannah. He doesn't need actually to do. Okay? But most importantly, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam sacrificed himself for us actually to live. In which way? He actually sacrificed himself so that the religion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would continue. Otherwise, the religion was at risk, at absolute risk, by those criminals, by Yazid and his followers, what they're trying to do. Back to the point. So again, the selflessness is one of the lessons that we need to pick up from the story of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. This is the first step about it. The first step always about anything is to get the meaning of the concept, the meaning of the thing that we are talking about. The second thing is we understand it. Now, have we understood what selflessness is? ما الإيثار؟ ما هو الإيثار? Back to the ayah, so ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. This is a description that the Holy Quran gave to people who had sacrificed and gave up things that they were in need to. At their state described by the Quran, they had a khasasa. Khasasa means they were in need, in poor situation. But that didn't stop them from giving up things they had, from offering assistance to those who were in most need to it. Now, so the thing, I hope that we have understood the concept, the term, al-ithar, the selflessness. Okay? Now, what are the techniques, what are the strategies that we need to adopt, to follow, so we can implement this into our actions? Now, we all understand it, don't we? And we know that, logically, probably, from a humanitarian side or aspect of it, we should help others. We should give up things actually to others. We should consider the benefits of others. But do we do that? Are we doing this? Oh, this is the big question actually. We need to ask ourselves, are we taking, we are understanding the lesson from Imam Hussein's story. Are we implementing this? Are we doing it in our practical life? So these are the values that really need to be actually the goals for ourselves. Now, again, so we need to think about strategies, how we can train ourselves so we can implement these things. When you go home, for example, the examples are many, enormous. I don't know. I mean, I can't go through like many examples. But keep in mind, just to think about it. I just highlight points for you tonight. And then you go out of this majlis, inshallah, and you think about it. I say, okay, how can I train myself to implement this lesson or the word I've just picked up tonight, and I try to be a selfless person rather than selfish person. I hope we're not selfish, but if there's a bit of selfishness within myself, within my thinking, within my actions, how can I get rid of these things and replace them with selflessness? I hope this is one of the lessons that we need to think about and to learn from Imam Hussein's story. Thank you for listening. وعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم مرة أخرى وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.